When it comes to the online far-right groups, but also the groups that are operating in real life, what we actually see is that they have the strategic communication behind formation of their narratives. They are targeting certain demographics, specific demographics on certain social media. So for example, as Mirza said, kind of this is for the mainstreaming of the narratives, but it's really important that, for example, on Facebook, they will create narratives that will resemble with the older population, while on TikTok that same narrative will be translated more to the youth and something that resembles more to the minors. And that's why kind of, for example, we now see across Europe, but also in the region, kind of more and more youth taking extreme stances and kind of accepting far-right narratives. But now let's return to gender. So actually, the whole idea of gender came out from the Atlantic Initiative's research in 2017 when we were looking into online extremist content. And we saw actually, because at that moment the focus was on the foreign terrorist fighters and people who were leaving to Syria and Iraq. But actually what we saw is that their narrative was completely changed. So they're not anymore mobilizing to join some foreign terrorist forces or to commit attack in the local communities, but actually they were kind of targeting women and targeting men through gendered narratives.
We have also seen a very interesting phenomenon in last 2 years. We've seen that gamification of hate is very present in the online sphere. And what I mean by that, we've seen that games, online games that are free, that are available in the online space, the online games that try to revise history of the previous wars across Yugoslavia from 1991 to 2001, but also the wars in the Second World War. So the youth is actually has direct access to these games, and these games are being played. It's very simple. So you can choose to be a Nazi, for example, or specific unit in the Nazi Germany in the Second World War, or in a previous war you can take a Serb unit, let's say in Srebrenica, where genocide was committed.
So when a soldier from Sanjak area in Serbia fights against Assad forces in Syria, and if he is caught by Serbian judiciary, that person would be prosecuted on the terrorism charges. But with the Serbian citizen would be caught for fighting with the pro-Russian forces in Ukraine, that person would be prosecuted under the criminal code. There is this section that regulates participation in foreign conflicts, and that person would be prosecuted as a foreign fighter, but not as a potential terrorist. So I'm just giving this as an example, just to kind of exemplify how in Serbia, even when we speak about extremism, the general atmosphere which was on a purpose created is that extremism is something that is very dangerous, and it has something to do with terrorism, and it has something to do with Islam as a religion.